Tonight from Bross Court in the MacArthur Center on the campus of the Masters University, it's NAIA men's volleyball as the UC Merced Bobcats are here to take on the Masters University Mustangs, ranked number 11 in the NAIA poll. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be, however you may be watching or with us. I'm Dave Caldwell. We're so happy that you're going to spend part of your Friday night with us here in the season. Well, actually, it's the home opener for the Masters University. Last Saturday and Friday, they were in Des Moines, Iowa. Friday night, they took on the number one team in the country, Grandview, the two-time defending NAIA champions, and the Masters swept Grandview 3-0 last Friday. Then on Saturday, in Des Moines, they took on number 5 team in the country, William Penn, out of Iowa, and also swept them 3-0. So the Mustangs are 2-0 in the season early on here, and for their efforts, Nolan Flexen, with his 15 kills on average in the 2 matches and hitting over 500, was awarded the NAIA National Attacker of the Week this week. And to not be undone, Matthew Ham, the NAIA Setter of the Week. Both of these gentlemen are true freshmen. So seeing obviously how strong the Masters program is as we enter into the 2023 season. And not to be outdone, by the way, Will Avera was named the GSAC Defender of the Week for those 2 games as well, as he was able to amass 8 blocks total in those 2 matches to win. UC Merced comes in 1-2 on the season. They are receiving votes in the NAIA preseason poll. Pajumsi in his 6th season as the head coach, 49-37. He was the 2021 CalPAC Coach of the Year. And for Pajumsi, a starting libero at UC Merced in 2013 and in 2014. Masters led by Jared Goldberg in his 3rd season, 18-18 overall, but last year was a very good year, finishing the year as the number 13 team in the nation. They got to as high as number 8 on the national poll. So we'll be talking a lot about what the GSAC is looking like this year, and of course, when all that's going to be getting underway. This is finishing up the first week of competition in the NAIA. And so both these teams still trying to figure out what they've got, what are the right combinations, and they'll get it squared away, and we've got a good one here in front of us today. The two teams have met each other 3 times, with UC Merced having the advantage, 2-1. TMU's first win against the Bobcats was last season, winning in 4 sets. Trent Norkus tied his career high with 16 kills in that match. Diego Perez, the All-American honorable mention, had 14 in that match. So our starters tonight for the visiting UC Merced Bobcats: Ryan Kilgore, Javi Laranaga, Sebas Moreno is the libero, Toby Miller, Joseph Lingenfelter, Brennan Taylor, and Chris Morikawa, leading hitter on the team so far with 31 kills. For the Mustangs, it's Nolan Flexen, Diego Perez, Matthew Ham, Will Avera, Isaac Seltzer, Brett Norkus, and the libero is Ethan Egger. That is Nolan Flexen. Get used to it. Nolan with 30 kills on this season, those first 2 matches. And as I said, he hit .596 against William Penn, the number 5 team in the country, in the sweep. Nolan hit over 700 in the match, had no hitting errors with 15 kills. There's Nolan again, and that one is picked up that time by Ryan Kilgore, but then miscommunication on the backside. Javi Laranaga and Chris Morikawa miscommunicating. They talk it over, they get it figured out, and we'll continue on. It's 2-0 Masters with Matthew Ham serving. Our officials tonight: Todd Frost is our up ref on the ladder on the far side. Shannon Macias is the down ref, and David Steinbacher and Stephanie Steinbacher are the line judges. Going for Kilgore, and that one is going to be ruled out. So the Mustangs have jumped up to a 3-0 win. 3-0 lead, excuse me, here in the first set. Ham continuing to serve. Ham's got no aces so far. And there's Nolan Flexen taking advantage of the overpass. And it's 4-0. Flexen already with 3 kills on 3 attempts. Going to the far side again for Kilgore. That's picked up by Ethan Egger. Now Ham, the back set to the left-handed Isaac Seltzer. Seltzer, a 6'5" freshman, hitting .440 in his first 2 matches. Had 13 kills against Grandview. Did not play against William Penn. And that's going to be an ace for Ham on the mishit from Joseph Lingenfelter. And the Mustangs have jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Mustangs on the season as a team hitting .470. It's early on. That's going to be another ace for Ham as he has a soft touch and it hits the top of the net and rolls over. And so it's going to be a back-to-back aces for Matthew Ham. And Pajumsi says, all right, 7-0. Let's take a break here, call a timeout, and we will regroup. Merced is coming off their first win of the season. They beat Hope International in 3 straight sets, 25-10, 25-18, 25-18. Obviously, Hope International, part of the Golden State Athletic Conference. In that match, Chris Morikawa led the Bobcats with 11 kills. Chris Schnocky added 9. Joseph Lingenfelter with 3 aces in that match. For the Bobcats on the season, first 3 matches, they're hitting 213. Opponents hitting 161 against them. The Mustangs right now, they've got 4 attacks, and they've got 4 kills. So they've been perfect so far tonight. That time, Matthew Ham trying to go soft again. One too many times to the well, Mr. Ham. That service error provides the Bobcats with their first point. And now Joseph Lingenfelter will step back to serve. Lingenfelter with 4 aces in the first 3 matches of the season, leading this team. That's an overpass, and that's taken care of by Ryan Kilgore. Kilgore, a 6'7 junior out of Harupa Valley, second on the team this year with 17 kills. Last year, got 62 on the season, averaging better than 2 kills per set. Ham, quick set to Will Avera. Now a back set this time blocked as the hit by Javi Laranaga is going to be blocked by Will Avera. Now Nolan Flexen will go back to serve. Flexen is 6'10 freshman out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, has an ace on the season. And that one catches the tape, goes right over the top of setter Toby Miller. Toby with a big smile on his face. He was surprised to see that one. So the Mustangs with 3 aces out of their first 9 points that have been scored by them in this first set. Oh, a nice play by Miller just to keep it alive. It's an opportunity, and that's a very difficult pass from Ethan Egger. And they're going to call a carry against the Mustangs. Matthew Ham trying to go up and try to get that one set to one of his mates, and they're going to say he carried it. So the point will go to UC Merced and Toby Miller, 6'3 sophomore out of Clovis. Now back to serve, has 3 aces on the season. First 3 matches. Difficult set for Matthew Ham. That one, little miscommunication. Will Avera, the senior co-captain of this squad, going over to have a conversation with Matt. I asked Matthew earlier this week, I said, you want Matthew? You want Matt? And he says, whatever you want. And I go, no, it's not about what I want. It's what you want. I prefer Matthew. Okay. Diego Perez trying to keep it on the right side of the antenna, but that's not going to work out, so the point will go to UC Merced. Bobcats, the first 3 matches this year, averaging 11.6 kills per set. And that's going to be another overpass, kept alive by Ethan Egger. And that hit from Laranaga goes wide left. Point Mustangs. Now Will Avera is going to go back to serve. Second service error committed by the Mustangs in this match. Now Ryan Kilgore. A couple of aces here in the early going of the season. Going for Perez. That's going to be good. First kill of the night for the honorable mention All-American from a year ago. He averaged nearly 3 kills per set, had double-figure kills 11 times. Now in his second season here at the Masters, spent his first year of eligibility with Pepperdine, where he was the libero, earning Mountain Pacific Sports Federation All-Freshman team. That's Laranaga. And that one into the bleachers, they're going to say. Now the Mustangs, it looked like they were able to save that one, and Jared Goldberg is going over to talk about that. And Coach Goldberg still having a conversation with Shannon Macias, the down ref. Gets that one solved, and so we're going to go back to the action. The point, though, goes to the Bobcats, and now Sebas Moreno serving. Perez dug nicely. That time the block. Perez and, well, they're going to call a fourth hit. They're going to say that the ball that was hit by the Bobcats went into the net. Kaikoa Soma into the match for UC Merced as Diego Perez is back to serve. Good, strong serve. And that time the Bobcats fell victim to the low roof here at Bross Court in the MacArthur Center, as it was Soma that was able to collect that smash of a serve, but it went straight up and then straight back down, falling in for a point. And that time, service error goes into the net as Jared Schnocky comes in for his first appearance in the match tonight, and he'll be serving. Schnocky with a pair of aces. Quick set to Brent Norkus. Blocked, but continued on by the Mustangs. There's Norkus. Blocked a solo by Toby Miller. First block of the match for UC Merced. And that got the bench off their feet. Shannon Macias had to tell them, you guys got to go back. That's going to be over. Moreno getting that over. Quick set in the middle to Brent Norkus. Brett, a 6'10 senior from nearby Chatsworth, gets his 5th kill of the season. One of the best blockers in the Golden State Athletic Conference. Tied for 4th. He and Will Avera were tied for 4th in the conference last year, but Brett with 86 blocks to lead the Mustangs. Difficult serve. That one's going to hit the ceiling. Got to get it over. And it hits the ceiling again, and it's coming back. That's a point for the Mustangs. It's something that everybody talks about before the match. The coaches talk about it. They discuss it with the referees. These referees have been here several times, so they're very familiar with this low ceiling, but you just have to get used to it and understand that ball coming off the ceiling, it's still in play. There's a nice back set to Schnocky, and he's going to record the kill. The back set to Schnocky, who came in from the back row. Nicely done. Jared Schnocky with 13 kills on the season now. Ryan Kilgore checks back in for UC Merced as they have kept it now to within 5 points after the Mustangs had jumped out to a 7-0 early set. Overpass, and that's taken care of by Joseph Lingenfelter. Lingenfelter with his first of the match. There's Flexen. That one is out. No touch. The point will go to the Bobcats. And they've now closed to within 3 with Chris Morikawa serving. Morikawa, the 6'1 senior out of Yorba Linda. All everything for them last year. 2021 All-American. And an ace for Morikawa to close the game to within 1. Within 2. I'm getting too excited here. Timeout, Masters. Again, the Mustangs had jumped out to a 7-0 lead to start this match. Also had a 9-3 lead, but it's been the Bobcats just chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. UC Merced is no stranger to coming to the MacArthur Center. They were in the GSAC in 2019 and 2020, finishing tied for 4th in 2019 and 5th in 2020. Then they moved to the CalPAC for the 2021 season. So it's interesting to note that Chris Morikawa, the one we were just talking about, 2 years ago, honorable mention All-American. He is named All-CalPAC twice, and he was also named All-GSAC when the Bobcats were part of the GSAC conference. So the Masters have led by as much as 7. Now the Bobcats have closed to within 2. And Morikawa will continue to serve. Has an ace, and that one's going to be an error. The second service error for UC Merced in this match, in this set, actually. Now Matthew Ham serving for the Mustangs. Out. Just out. They hit from Morikawa from the back row off the Miller set. No argument from the Bobcats. Ham with a pair of aces already. Kilgore just popping it over, so an opportunity. Back set. Seltzer. Kept alive by Moreno. Nice play by the libero for the Bobcats. Seltzer again. This time he makes it happen. Second kill for Isaac Seltzer. And the Mustangs have rattled off 3 straight. Quick set. Blocked by Will Avera. The hit from Lingenfelter, and it was Avera by himself. Let's take a look at this one. You'll see Lingenfelter will get the nice roll, but it was all Avera. Quick set, Avera anticipating it really well, and it forces the Bobcats to call a timeout as the Mustangs have now rattled off 4 straight points to take a 6-point lead. Well, we've been talking about the Golden State Athletic Conference. There are 6 teams this year in the Golden State Athletic Conference. In addition to the Masters, it's Arizona Christian, Hope International, Menlo, Ottawa of Arizona, and Vanguard. And in the preseason rankings, Ottawa came out as the number 1 team in the conference, followed by Vanguard, Menlo. They were ranked higher last year, then Masters in 4th, and then following up Arizona Christian and Hope International. Last year, those 4 teams, Ottawa, Vanguard, Menlo, Masters, finished the season ranked in the top 15 of the NAIA, with Ottawa in 5th, Vanguard in 6th, Menlo 13th, and Masters in 15th. And as I mentioned early on, Mustangs ranked number 11 in the NAIA poll this preseason. UC Merced receiving votes. They would have been basically 19th if they decided to go that far. That's Lingenfelter with the hit. Mustangs not able to handle it. So the timeout helps the Bobcats. They get the point. Now Joseph Lingenfelter back to serve. And that one's going to go long and out. Second service error. Now Nolan Flexen will go back. Mustangs back up by 6 after that service error. And the lead is now 5. For the Masters, that is 5 service errors in this first set. 5. And it's a 5-point difference. Toby Miller now back to serve. Ham looking for Perez. Nicely picked up by Moreno. Free play for Masters. Difficult set, difficult pass, but Ham makes it happen. Beautiful one-handed set. And Isaac Seltzer, the left-hander on the far side, hammers it down. Seltzer picks up his 3rd. Mustangs not hitting as well as they did the first 2 matches. That's going to be Seltzer again. Mustangs hitting just 167 here. And Seltzer now with his 4th. Mustangs up by 5. Will Avera back to serve. Avera with a solo block. And he's also got a service error to his credit. And I apologize. I said that Isaac Seltzer had 4 kills. He's got 3 kills. He and Nolan Flexen each with 3. Kilgore serving. Out. So UC Merced serving so well the beginning of this set. Now they've had 3 service errors here in the latter points to help the Mustangs maintain that 5-point lead. Now Johnny Buchanan into serve. Buchanan was the primary setter on this squad last year, local product out of West Ranch High School here in Santa Clarita. And that serve is going to go long. The 6th service error for Masters. Sabas Moreno serving. Into the net. So, just as I was saying, 4th service error for the Bobcats. And all of those have been happening in this just the last couple of minutes. Diego Perez now, one of the best in the conference serving. Looking for the far side, dug out by Seltzer. Overpass from Ham, and it's popped down by Morikawa. Ham going over and talking to Todd Frost, saying that ball had not crossed the plane of the nets before Morikawa hit it, but Todd Frost shaking his head no. Jared Schnocky serving. Flexen. That brings the game to set point. Flexen with his 4th. Braden Van Groningen is now coming in to serve. His first appearance of the match. And he's serving set point. And he's going to be an ace to win the set. Masters take the first 25-19. We'll step aside. When we return, we'll have the second set here from the MacArthur Center.
At the Masters University, athletics is more than a source of school pride. It's more than setting records, developing All-Americans, or winning championships. We believe athletics is meant to serve a greater purpose. We train student athletes to compete for the glory of God and to live with an enduring commitment to Christ and Scripture. We call our athletes and coaches to model the Masters way, to prepare and perform as an act of worship. As Mustangs, we work, demanding the best effort of ourselves and our teammates. We overcome, meeting adversity with confidence, perseverance, and wisdom. We worship by taking responsibility, owning our role, and owning it when we fail. We strive to be selfless, serving and sacrificing out of love to make our team and teammates better, even at our own expense. We prize humility, competing and behaving so they see Christ, not us. We value integrity, being honorable in and out of competition and on and off campus. We are passionate, competing all in, all on, and all out. This is how we define winning. This is our goal and the measure of our success. This is athletics at the Masters University.
So 1 set into the books. Masters taking the first one, 25-19. And for the Mustangs, who hit so well, average coming in after the first 2 matches that they played in Des Moines last weekend. Mustangs hitting .470 over those 2 matches. Now coming up against UC Merced and hitting just .250 in this first set. Nolan Flexen with 4 kills. Isaac Seltzer with 3. What does it say about the Mustangs' future when you've got Nolan Flexen, Isaac Seltzer, both true freshmen, Matthew Ham, setter, true freshman, Ham serving. Going to Avera, and it was successfully blocked, kept alive for the Bobcats. That was Kilgore. Now a back set to Seltzer, and kicked up. Nicely done by Lingenfelter. What a play. Another block. Flexen, still blocked. Quick set to Avera, and that one goes off of Morikawa in the back row. What a rally for the Mustangs. The kick, that was brilliant by Lingenfelter with the low pass. Just a special play. I'm glad we got a chance to see that one again. Ham setting back row to Diego Perez. Perez can absolutely fly. 41-inch vertical. Watch this. Look at him leap and fly. He's listed in the book at 6 feet. And when you add 41 inches underneath his Nikes, that block is going to go off of Avera. It'll be a point for the Bobcats. I mean, you can see that he can hit down on the ball from the back row. Absolutely a special player, All-American from a year ago. All right, back to serve. Jared Schnocky, 6'1 freshman out of Riverside. And that one's going to go long. And so it's now 3-1 Mustangs here in this second set. Joseph Lingenfelter with 3 kills, hitting .500. He's leading the Bobcats. Then Kilgore, Laranaga, Schnocky, and Morikawa have 1 each. And that one goes into the net. The serve from Flexen. Now checking in, C.J. Blankenship, 6'5 freshman from nearby Chatsworth. Went to Chatsworth High School. Getting his first action here today. A bit of a homecoming for him. Probably has some fans in the crowd here at the MacArthur Center. Made the 30-minute drive over to see it. Left-hander by Avera. That was special. That was special. Avera going up, showing that he was going to hit it with his right hand. The block was getting set for that, and he just tapped it with his left, catching the Bobcats by surprise. Now Avera serving. And that one's going to go off of Brett Norkus. And I believe that was Toby Miller, the setter, that knocked it over. So the difference is 1 point here in the second set. And Joseph Lingenfelter to serve for the Bobcats. And that one just kind of sails. It looked like it caught a cushion of air, a little floater. And it sails out. Point Masters. Johnny Buchanan now checking in to serve. Good sinking serve. Overpass. And the point is going to go to the Bobcats. And I think they may have said that Diego Perez, with the net bouncing, I thought that was the ball that made the net bounce, but they're going to say it was Perez, I believe. Now Toby Miller back to serve as it's a 1 point difference once again. Good serve. Perez, better hitter. Diego Perez winding up, collecting his third. Watch the power from Perez. He so asserted himself last year. Here it is as a hitter. Again, his first year was a libero at Pepperdine. Now he's serving and just hitting rockets. That one blocked, and then going off the face of Blankenship. to be kept alive for the Bobcats as Brett Norkus. He'll grab, I believe that's his second. Quick hits. Well done, Brett Norkus. Norkus, all GSAC last season as a middle blocker. There's a back set for Morikawa, and that's picked up by Seltzer. Flexen, soft touch. Morikawa again. Seltzer, the great dig. That's going to be an overpass. And they're going to say that Nolan Flexen. No, they're going to call one of the Bobcats into the net. So the point will go to Masters. Perez continuing to serve. And it's an ace. Second ace of the match for Diego Perez. Sixth of the season. Perez, you see, getting that rocket, catches the tape, and just nothing you can do about something like that. So a timeout called by UC Merced. Talking about Diego Perez, coming from Pepperdine in 2020, where he was all freshman team in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, averaging nearly 2 digs a set. And then he comes to Masters last year against Georgetown, recorded 26 kills. And then later in the season against Vanguard, 17 digs. Obviously all GSAC, and going on to become the Masters' first ever men's volleyball All-American from a season ago. This season, second on the team in those first 2 sets with 20 kills. He hit 531. I say first 2 sets. First 2 matches. He's hit 531 over those 2 matches. Leading killer from a year ago, 203 on the season to pace the Masters. All right, coming out of the timeout. Masters up by 5. Diego Perez continuing to serve. Mustangs have scored 4 straight. Quick set. It was Brennan Taylor, and that time Taylor, it's going to fall on the floor. Well, hang on. I think they're calling the point going to Masters. They are. I think they may be calling a carry on that. Morikawa with the overpass, and then the dump by Matthew Ham, but it's picked up by Miller. Now Perez from the back row. Too hot for Blankenship. Diego Perez with his 4th. Back row again. And you see how much he elevates. 6 straight points, and Perez continuing to serve. Morikawa puts it up into the rafters. It bounces around up there, and then it hits it again. Quick set to Brett Norkus. Third for Brett. See that quick set? That's great communication from the freshman Ham and the senior Brett Norkus. So 7 in a row scored by the Mustangs. That ends now as Perez puts that one into the net. Now Chris Morikawa back to serve, as Ryan Kilgore will move back into the front row. He's going to replace C.J. Blankenship. All for UC Merced. And Kilgore took that one to the back of the head. He may need to get checked for concussion on that one. That one was a solid shot to the back of his head. Braden Van Groningen now in to serve. Van Groningen, a 6'4" sophomore out of Ripon. Oh, what a serve. My goodness. And in the block as Avera combines with Flexen on the assisted block. The swing by Schnocky. But it all started with a great serve from Van Groningen that went off the chest of Morikawa in the back row. And into the net. 9 service errors for the Mustangs here in the first 1.5 sets. Ethan Egger will rotate his way back into the back row, the Mustangs libero. And Sebas Moreno, no. That's Ashton Wooldridge is in. It's Wooldridge who served and just tapped that one up. Now Kilgore, that hit, it's going to go long. He's frustrated with himself on that, is Kilgore. Kilgore with 1 kill and now his second hitting error, with his percentage now going into negative territory. Matthew Ham back to serve. Mustangs up by 9. Quick set. Blocked out. Avera and Flexen combining on the Schnocky hit, so Schnocky gets credit for the kill. And now Schnocky will go back to serve. Flexen is good. You talk about jumping. Flexen, first of all, he starts at 6'10". Watch this one again. You can see him wind up and just hammer that from the back row. Good deception, too, by Seltzer. But Flexen can touch 12 feet. Overpass, that was Perez. Didn't get a good hit on it. Quick set to Avera. Well done. Now Masters up by 10. Flexen serving. Off the ceiling, point Masters. Morikawa did everything right in digging that serve. It comes off so hard off of Flexen. And that ball went straight up and straight back down off the ceiling. Softer hit this time for Flexen. There's back row hit from Schnocky, picked up by Flexen. Now Perez, that one's long. Second hitting error for Diego Perez. Give the point to UC Merced. And now checking back in, going back to serve, C.J. Blankenship for the Bobcats. Catches the net, but Perez is there. Seltzer with the hit. And now that one's coming our way. That one gets up into the stands behind us, so the point will go to the Masters. And Will Avera back to serve. For the match, the Mustangs now hitting .333. UC Merced negative .033. Blocked by Brett Norkus. Going for Morikawa again. And that one is going to get tipped at the net. Norkus and Seltzer there trying to combine on the block. You can see it here. Nope, can't see it here. Lingenfelter serving. Perez back row, but he puts it into the net. So the point will go to UC Merced. And the difference is back to single digits. Lingenfelter continuing to serve into the net. Johnny Buchanan coming back in. He'll be going back to serve for the Mustangs. At the risk of jinxing Masters, they haven't lost a set. Still early. This is just the third match of the season. So Buchanan putting it into the net. He'll come out. Isaac Seltzer will come back in. He'll be in the back row. Toby Miller back to serve for the Bobcats. Back setting to Seltzer. And I think he put that one into the net. Quick setting to Brett Norkus. Difference is 9. Now Diego Perez going back to serve. Gets a good top spinner. That one's a nice play. Just keeping it. Brendan Taylor reaching back. Now Kilgore will come back into the match for the Bobcats as Chris Morikawa goes back to serve. 8-point difference. Going for Flexen off the top of the head. I think that might have been getting knocked on Taylor. That's not going to feel good. Flexen hitting about 70 miles an hour, just doinking it right off the top of the dome. Now Braden Van Groningen is checked back into the match. He'll be back to serve. Good serve. Overpass. The point's going to go to the Bobcats, and I believe between Matthew Ham and Will Avera, they both went up to hit the ball. And one of them, I think, went into the net. And so that's why the point going to the Bobcats. Here's Flexen. Dug out nicely by Wooldridge. Blocked by Schnocky. Just getting it over. Far side of Kilgore. That one's out. Point Masters. Everyone's giving congratulations to Ashton Wooldridge, the 5'10 freshman libero out of Fresno, as he was able to keep that one alive. That was a great play by that freshman. That one was looking like it was going to go long. Kilgore kept it alive. Kilgore with the hit. Going for Kilgore again. Out wide right. And now it's set point. Masters up by 10. Matthew Ham serving. Morikawa from the back row. That one's going to go long. You're claiming a tip. No tip is being granted. Point's going to go to the Masters, and they take the second set. And now hang on. I think they're being overruled. Stephanie Steinbacher is the line judge over there. And I don't know if she called it, or actually it might have been the Masters head coach, Jared Goldberg, who said, no, that was a tip. Well, now it's set point. So instead of it being 25-14, it's 25-15. Masters take this second set. We'll step aside. Third set. Will it be the last tonight? Well, the Bobcats don't want it to happen that way, so stay with us.
The entire modern world has recognized and attempted to harness the power of media.
We want to talk about this topic because there's a lot of misinformation out there.
How do we function in a society when we can't trust the supposed facts that we're hearing and reading about every day?
Well, how do we think through that as a Christian?
How do Christians best interpret culture theologically and, most importantly, biblically?
You already know the answer. The Bible is the foundation for everything.
This is mission critical. This is about the gospel. This is about telling people the truth and not misleading them.
We have a responsibility to be a witness to the truth.
We're always evaluating the theological ramifications of what we're consuming.
We're not swayed by the world, rather we need to interpret the world by Scripture.
The Bible comes first, Christ's honor comes first, and then everything else follows.
Well, 2 sets are in the books. Masters winning both of those, hitting the first set 25-19, and the second set 25-15. Masters hitting now 277. At the first set, they were hitting 250, so they're climbing that one back up. For UC Merced, 38 total attacks, 12 kills, 12 hitting errors, and so their hitting percentage is zeros all the way across. Masters with 22 kills and 9 errors. And Mustangs committing 9 hitting errors in the first 2 sets of this match. In the 6 sets last weekend in Des Moines, they had a total of 8 hitting errors. The Mustangs maybe having a little bit of rust in this third match of the year, but they're firmly in control of it, leading 2-0. And CJ Blankenship with the serve, and trying a backhanded dump was Matt Ham. That was Shockey with the hit from the back row. And Diego Perez just popping it over. Quick opportunity. Morikawa. There's a whistle, and they're going to call, I think, possibly Avera either into the net or crossing the center line. So the point will go to UC Merced to start this third set. Good pass. It creates a perfect set from Matthew Ham for Will Avera to just soar in the middle and hammer that ball straight down. 4th kill for Avera. The Mustangs being led by Nolan Flexen with 8. Difficult set that time, but more difficult block as that one goes off the fingertips of Avera, goes out of bounds. So the point will go to the Bobcats. Flexen with 8. He's hitting 400. A couple of errors. Avera, Seltzer, and Norkus with 4 each. And that's going to be an ace. Joseph Lingenfelter. First ace of this match. has a team-high 5 now on the season. That ball catching the net and falling straight down. Avera and Toby Miller sharing a laugh over that one. Here's Avera with the hit, and it's just too much for Lingenfelter to handle. He was slipping on the floor. He's telling Coach I, he goes, I had that one, Coach. I really did. And Coach I Pajumsi saying, yeah, I know. Now Flexen back to serve. Masters trailing by 1 in the third. That's going to be an ace for the freshman. Third ace of this match for Nolan Flexen. Came in with 1 from last weekend, the first 2 matches last weekend. And he's got back-to-back aces. Now another one for Flexen, his 4th. And that one's going to go wide right. Toby Miller back to serve for the Bobcats. Isaac Seltzer off the block, nicely dug up by Schnocky. Then Morikawa with a big swing. Morikawa now a team-high 5 kills for UC Merced. Joseph Lingenfelter with 4. They each have the 2 aces that the Bobcats have secured. Jared Schnocky has a pair of kills and 1 each for Kilgore Laranaga, Toby Miller, and Brennan Taylor. Quick set in the middle for Avera. Dug up, well done by Wooldridge. Blocked at the net, kept alive. And they're going to award the point. They're going to award the point to the Masters. They're going to call a double hit. I think that was Morikawa that had the set attempt, and that ball came spinning up out of his hands. Now Will Avera back to serve as we're tied at 5. The hit from Schnocky and the overpass. And Schnocky says, all right, I'll take it the second time. Jared Guglielmana getting in his first action tonight. He's going to check into the front row for UC Merced. Guglielmana with 3 kills on the season so far. That was a hit from Brett Norkus. Difficult set, but Norkus able to manage it properly. Bryce Jones will now check in for his first action, and he'll go back to serve for the Mustangs. Jones, a sophomore, transferred from Quincy University. And that serve is going to go long. Isaac Seltzer will come back in. He'll replace Bryce Jones. Also, Lingenfelter is in for the Bobcats. He'll go into the front row. Here's Diego Perez, the hit. Line shot, but they're going to call it out. Wide left. Two-point lead for UC Merced. Ashton Wooldridge back to serve. Quick set to Norkus, dug by Morikawa. Here's Morikawa, the back row. Just pops it over. Seltzer, a nice play to keep it going. Perez off the block, and the point will go to the Mustangs. Good set. Here's Perez. Tools that ball off the block. Ball ends up into the bleachers on the far side. And it being Star Wars night here in the MacArthur Center, they may have used a lightsaber or two to deflect it and defend themselves. Flexen. That one went into the net. Well, now, wait a minute. Todd Frost is asking Shannon Macias to come over and have a conversation at the ladder. I think he just wants to verify that she saw the same thing that he did. And the point's going to go to the Mustangs. Perez serving. We're tied at 8. Just a rocket of a serve. And they're going to call another double hit. That one from Toby Miller, as that ball came spinning up out of his hands. So the Mustangs, for the first time in this third set, have now taken the lead 9-8. My goodness, that thing has got a lot of velocity. Quick set to Brett Norkus, and now the Mustangs have rattled off 3 straight points and have taken a 2-point lead. Back set that time to Schnocky. Now here's Flexen with the hit, the block, and that one's going to fall out of bounds. So Flexen now with his 10th of the match. Flexen hitting .471. And then Perez puts that one into the net. Again, it's worth noting, NAIA Attacker of the Week, Nolan Flexen. He hit .596 in the 2 matches the Mustangs won, getting 15 kills total. Only had 2 hitting errors in those 2 matches last week. Here's a back row from Schnocky. Now Seltzer blocked at the net. Oh, well done by Jared Guglielmana. 6'2" junior gets his first block of the season. Guglielmana was the 2021 Calpac Newcomer of the Year a couple of seasons ago. Brett Norkus punching that one through, and he gets that one past Lingenfelter. Now Braden Van Groningen is going to come in for Brett Norkus. And Van Groningen will go back to serve. Mustangs up by 2. They won the first 2 sets, 25-19, 25-15. Now lead at 12-10, having just taken the lead for the first time in this third set when it was 9-8 just a moment ago. $14 service errors for the Masters. Now checking in, C.J. Blankenship for the Bobcats. He'll go back to serve. And that one hits Stephanie Steinbacher, and some of the Mustangs coming to her defense. Matt Ham with the serve. Oh, the dump. What a job by Toby Miller. That was textbook. He did it so quickly. That was so good. Lingenfelter back to serve, and that one, I'll tell you, when Nolan Flexen is in the back row and that goes over the top of his outstretched hands, you know that one's going to go long. And that one went way long. Ethan Egger giving Flexen some teasing about it. They both share a laugh. Toby Miller serving. Quick set to Will Avera. That is such an effective tool that the Mustangs use so well. 2 very experienced middle blockers. Avera, the senior, Brett Norkus, the senior. And they are working so well with the freshman, Matthew Ham. Quick set. And that's a great job tooling that one off the block by Brennan Taylor. Taylor gets his second kill of the match. Now Morikawa to serve. 1 point difference. Mustangs with the lead. Back setting to Seltzer. He didn't hit it the way he wanted to, I don't think, but that found the floor regardless. So Isaac Seltzer getting his kill. You see, great set. And he didn't hit it as hard, but he hit it to where they weren't. And that's what matters most. Bryce Jones in serving for Masters, up by 2. Miller going to the far side, and a nice hit from Guglielmana. That got the Bobcat fans who are in attendance here pretty excited about that one. Ashton Wooldridge serving. 1 point lead for Masters. Perez blocked by Schnocky. Back setting to Seltzer. And that one hits the roof. Toby Miller does a good job digging that one out, but it hits the roof and falls straight back down. He may be credited with the reception error, unfortunately for him, but he did it right. Now Diego Perez. Don't blink while this one's being served. You'll miss it. And that one is good. I had to wait for just a moment as Jared Schnocky with the hit. Wasn't sure if it stayed in or not. The line judge, David Steinbacher, said yes it did. So the point goes to them. That one did not stay in from Schnocky. Goes back to a 2 point lead for Masters. And Van Groningen checks in to serve. Back setting to Schnocky, dug up by Van Groningen. Now Flexen with the hit. 11th for Nolan Flexen. Good hit from Schnocky, but a great dig from Van Groningen. Helps to get this whole process started. And Flexen finishing it off with his 11th kill of the match. He's hitting .474. Mustangs looking to try to close out this match. Out. Good decision by the back row. Ashton Wooldridge back there making that good decision. CJ Blankenship now checks back in for the Bobcats. He'll be back to serve. Out. Mustangs back up by 3, 20-17. Now Matthew Ham to serve. Dump again works for Toby Miller. So many times that second time is picked up, but watch this one again. Watch how Miller is so quick with it. He goes up like it's going to be the set, but then twists at the last moment and throws that thing down. Nicely done, Toby Miller. Setters learned something right there. There's Will Avera with the quick set in the middle. Once again, Avera now with 7. He and Brett Norkus each with 7. Isaac Seltzer with 6. All trailing behind Nolan Flexen with 11 kills. And now Flexen serving. And he's going to get another ace. 5 aces in the match for Nolan Flexen. Timeout, Pajumsey. And it's just too much to handle, and he finds empty space so well. Well, next up for UC Merced, they're going to be back home on Wednesday. They're going to take on number 2 Menlo at 6 p.m. For the Mustangs, big match tomorrow as the Stanford Cardinal will be here at the MacArthur Center to take on the Masters University Mustangs in men's volleyball. Stanford moving up a notch in the NCAA Division I poll this week. They are now ranked number 6, currently playing Cal State Northridge. Down in Northridge are the Cardinal, but they're 6-1 going into tonight's action. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we will have it for you. If you can't be in the gym, it's going to be sold out. I'm just telling you right now. Make certain you watch it right here. GoMustangs.com/watch. We will have it all for you. That's going to be a good one. 22-18 in the third set. Masters with the 2-0 lead. Now it's 22-19 as Nolan Flexen puts one into the net. The 17th service error committed by the Masters. And they're looking to try to close it out with their third consecutive 3-set win to start the season. Toby Miller with the serve for UC Merced. Back set, Seltzer blocked out, point Masters. Ezra Moore checking in for his first action of the match. He'll be going back to serve. Moore, the 6'1 senior from right here in Santa Clarita. Went to Hart High School, which is about a mile away from the campus here. Toby Miller looking for Morikawa, but dug by Matthew Ham. And that ball goes over. Brennan Taylor was there, but it just came right down his chest. And the point will go to Masters, and it's match point. Ezra Moore to serve. Back setting to Morikawa, and the Bobcats say not yet. Jared Guglielmana will rotate back into the front row, and then coming back in to replace Ezra Moore is Isaac Seltzer. Oh, tough play. Ethan Egger keeps it alive. Flexen gets it over. Opportunity for the Bobcats. Quick set in the middle for Taylor, but picked up by the Mustangs. Knocked over by Seltzer. Good play. Taylor again. Blocked by Brett Norcus, and that's the match. A block by the 6'10 senior Brett Norcus closes out the match 25-20. You see it right there. The game winner, the match winner for Brett Norcus. So the Mustangs win another one. They go to 3-0 on the season. Their third consecutive 3-set win. Nolan Flexen paces the Mustangs with 11 kills. Avera, Seltzer, and Norcus with 7 apiece. Chris Morikawa led the Merced Bobcats with 6 kills. 4 for Jared Schnocky and 4 for Joseph Lingenfelter. Mustangs in the match hit 357, while the Bobcats hit 136. So for all of us associated with the Masters University Athletics, I'm Dave Caldwell. Thank you very much for being with us today. We will see you again